it's April, and today's video is brought to you by Natural Curls and Waves. Mainly because I like the natural look today. So you're getting the natural look. You're welcome. Okay, so 2015 is coming to a close, which seems really weird because at the beginning of this year I started this YouTube channel and it has been an amazing journey. But today I want to talk about 2016 and what 2016 may mean for this channel and for my reading life, because I have some ideas. So in this past year I set a reading goal of 52 books because I didn't know what the heck my reading speed was because I've never tracked it before. Let's just say I surpassed that. I'll let you know the final numbers when this year is finally out. But next year, because I now know I can beat 52, I'm actually going to double that and make that 104. I could go higher than that, but part of me doesn't want to make numbers that important. I just want to make sure that I read at least 2 books a week and that they're books I really enjoy. So I'm not setting the bar extremely high for my reading capabilities, but I'm still raising it from where it was before. There is that. For whatever that means. Now, along the veins of reading certain amounts of books, I also want to do the standard reader goal of bringing down my TBR. And this is my owned TBR books. I have different styles of TBR lists. Some of them are ones I want to read but may not own, and some of them are ones that I own and I haven't read yet. This list has gotten to around almost 300, and my goal is to attempt to cut that number in half. It's a weird thing because I set my reading goal to 104, but then I want to cut down my TBR list by 150. The math doesn't work out, but sometimes goals aren't about actually achieving them, but giving you something to look forward to. And so that is what I am doing with this goal, is trying to cut my TBR in half. With that also being said, this doesn't necessarily mean reading them. I need to go through my books. I need to decide if they're still worth me keeping and deciding to read later, or if there's just something I am never going to get around to, because we all have those books where we buy them and we're like, yes, this is what we want. And then our reading style completely changes and it holds absolutely no interest for us anymore. Am I right? And also we're given books and we don't want to say no to them because books, free books. How can you say no to free books? But it's time to start saying no to free books that you aren't going to read, that I'm not going to read. Not necessarily you, that I'm not going to read. So cutting down the TBR through reading and through deciding that I'm no longer keeping them. I also want to get more intensive about reading. I want to keep up reviewing all the books I read. I want to put reviews on Goodreads for all of those books. May they be a long, extensive review or a short little, this is what was going through my brain as I was reading this book. I also want to extend that to all the other review places and just keep on thinking about what I'm reading rather than just consuming what I'm reading, because I have a nasty habit of just plowing through everything. I was doing really good at the beginning of this year. I was like, I read this book, I rated this book, I put words to this book, but come around this time of the year, I'm like, read, rate, and then I go back and I write down words, which isn't always good because I forget things because I don't necessarily take notes as I read, which might be something I try in the coming years, keeping a journal of the things that I feel when I read books and thoughts and ideas and this collective little place for all these things. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I also want to do a few more review videos for books. I have been trying to do at least one a month. Since I started this channel, I think I want to bump that to about 3 every 2 months. So like 1.5 a month. Like I said, math doesn't always make sense in the way that I put it together, but 3 videos about every 2 months. I think that is a nice place to increase what I've already started. I would also like to get more involved in the community. I have done several buddy reads and I have absolutely loved them. I want to expand my buddy reading capabilities and connect with more of you beautiful people. There's something about reading a book with somebody else where you can bounce ideas and thoughts off of each other. And you might be thinking something about the plot or the story or the character that when you're reading with somebody else, they come in with this different perspective and you can put those 2 thoughts together and just get a little more out of the book than you would have if you're just reading it by yourself. This is what I used to love about school when we were reading books together, is just hearing where different ideas came from. And so with this wonderful community that I now find myself in, I have that ability, so I want to branch out and do that more. In that same vein of community and connecting with all of you guys, I would like to do more collabs, whether or not it's me doing the collab or somebody else doing the collab, but I'm going to try and jump in and get involved that way and do what I can for those. I don't know how many that means, I don't know who that is with, but I want to do those working together projects because it's not just me behind this camera, it's a whole group of you guys, and that is what makes YouTube so dang amazing. And finally, I think the last thing that I want to do for this channel is I want to do some more of my behind the scenes work. It's kind of been hit or miss as ideas have hit me, but I really love doing them. I don't know if you guys love watching them, but there's something that is just released in my own self when I do those. So I want to try and be more intentional about creating more of those. I want to do at least 1 a month. Sometimes those ideas just, for whatever reason, just don't want to come to me, which is sad. But I really want to do some more of those images and just release them out there to the world and let my creative juices fly. So those are a few of my reading and video and everything goals for life 2016, and I really can't wait to see what comes. Heart your beautiful faces. Bye.